All right, Saagar, what are you looking at?
Ryan and Emily did a great job yesterday talking a little bit about what the new news is on the Nordstream pipeline, but I wanted to make sure that we fully brought a rundown for everybody. So let's go ahead and put this up there on the screen. A classic and insane reminder from a new report from the Washington Post. To be fair, this is coming from the quote Discord leaks that were given to the Washington Post after they gained exclusive access to the original hundreds of files that were leaked by Airman Jack Tahara. Inside of those files was a revelation that the United States had intelligence 3 months before the bombing of the Nord Stream pipeline, which had a detailed Ukrainian plot to blow it up. 3 months, as they write, before saboteurs bombed the Nord Stream natural gas pipeline, the Biden administration learned from a close ally that the Ukrainian military had planned a covert attack on the undersea network using a small team of divers who reported directly to the commander in chief of Ukrainian armed forces. So let's really let all of this sink in and try and understand what it is. There's a couple of possibilities, as I pointed out. Let it sink in that either the Biden administration had knowledge of this plot, allowed it to happen, continued to provide Ukraine with basically a blank check at this time, leading up to the actual bombing of the pipeline, and then turned around and did everything but blame Russia, except in name only. He said, we'll get to the bottom of it. We had all these leaks from the intelligence community and others saying, oh, clearly it was Russia. All signs point to Russia. Anybody who insinuated that it wasn't Russia was tarred and feathered, by the mainstream media. And it was only basically almost a year later that enough intelligence has come out, both from the European countries and others, that it's very obvious that it almost likely was not only not Russia, but very likely either Ukraine or with some help from the United States directly. We had the report also from independent journalist Seymour Hersh. So you can read this really in one of two ways, which is either it was Ukraine and we allowed it to happen, we knew it was going to happen, and then we turned around and lied to the American public, or we're the ones who did it, and I guess maybe we're just going to push it off onto Ukraine. Both are terrifying possibilities. If we accept the Ukraine explanation, this is equally terrifying because what they say in the report, according to this intelligence, is that the Ukrainian government actually structured this entire attack on the Nord Stream pipeline such that Zelensky would, quote, have plausible deniability. But they still reported and commanded the attack by the commander in chief of the Ukrainian armed forces, who, of course, we are directly funding, arming, and supporting, not only then, but continue to do so right now. So why should we believe anything that they tell us? Really let that sink in. And that's the other thing that I took away. If they have been caught now in several lies, they lied about the fact that those two missiles that fell in Poland and killed people were Russian. It immediately came out that actually they were Ukrainian. They've lied about not being involved in the Nord Stream pipeline. They've lied about not being behind the drone attacks on the Kremlin, about multiple different attacks on Russian soil. How can we believe anything that they say? How can we believe anything America has to say either? And don't mistake this. I don't believe anything that the Russians say. That's why we're all in such an impossible situation. Consider what happened here with the dam. Immediately the Ukrainians are pointing the finger at the Russians. The Russians are pointing the fingers at the Ukrainians. Both sides actually have reasons for why they would want to blow up the dam and for who actually benefits worth. Who knows? We don't know. There's no actual confirmation. And then even if the United States comes out and blames the Russians, you can't believe them because maybe we have intelligence that it was Ukraine that was behind it. And to make this not just past but forward looking, remember this. We did not want to give F-16s to Ukraine because we had intelligence that we were able to show you here, classified intelligence that Zelensky wants longer range missiles and planes to bomb Russia. We didn't do it for a long time. Then we reversed course. And Biden's reasoning was they gave me a flat promise, we won't use them to strike Russia. Why should we believe them? They have lied at almost every turn in terms of how offensive weapons will be used. They have pursued actions like bombing the Nord Stream pipeline, the Crimean Bridge, and others, which could lead to a huge escalation, which draws the United States in. And obviously, it's in their interest in almost every single one of their lies, especially the ones that came forward. Whenever the missiles fell on Poland, they immediately used that lie as a pretext to call for a no-fly zone by the United States and NATO intervention. And I once again have to say I understand it. If I were them, I would do the same thing. It's really their only chance at outright victory because obviously there's no way that they can overpower them completely. The Russians with just even the current amount of military support that is given to them. It just needs to have all of us ask real questions about our government, about the support that we're giving, and about what the actual trade-offs are. It's not costless to just give Ukraine a blank check, to give them F-16s. And perhaps one day we may have to pay that bill. And you need to ask, is the bill worth it? It can seem callous whenever you're talking about human beings who are fighting for their own country, but not every cause is worth American bloodshed. And you need to have some real cost benefit analysis as to what exactly the US is getting out of this. And it's becoming clearer and clearer and clearer to me that the cost far outweighs any sort of benefit that might come, both from a moral level, but also from a pure realpolitik level. So I don't know, Crystal. What did you make of this intelligence?
Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is fully upon us now, and Saagar and I have been brainstorming ways that we can really up our game for this critical election.
Yeah, we rely on our premium subs to expand our coverage, to add staff, to upgrade the studio. We just want to give you the best independent coverage of this election, which is possible. So if you can help us out, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com, or the link is down here in the description video. It really means the world to us, and if you like what we're all about, this is the best possible way to keep us 100% independent, working only for you.